What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Running Late podcast. My name is Jason. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Alex and Anderson. Say what's up, boys.
Hello,
Hey.
everybody.
All right, and we're back with another week. Thank you all for tuning in last week. I know it was a bit of a change. It wasn't Anderson and Alex like it usually was. It was my boys DJ and Ewab, and that's because
Mhm.
Alex right now is in Bolivia, right?
Yep, I'm in the homeland.
In the homeland, that's where he's from. And Anderson was actually playing Destiny and
I
ignored us
was
the
playing
whole night.
Destiny. Can't help it, bro. The grind's too good.
It was so funny because they kept asking like, "Yo, where's Anderson? Where's Anderson?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's probably busy. He's probably doing something." And he's like, "Yo, I'm on Xbox,"
On Xbox.
shaking my head. I
Ugh.
mean, other than that, I mean, how has Bolivia been for you?
It's pretty good. Lots of food. Lots of food. What else? I haven't really done much. Gone to the city like 2 times. What else? Gone to the picking up peaches. I'm
Mm.
actually waking up tomorrow at like 3 in the morning, 2 over there, to go take it to the city with my dad.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's super early.
Yeah, but like farmers market?
Uh, Farmers market? No. Kind of like you just drop it off to somebody, and
Who is
Yo,
this?
DJ. Oh, there he is.
turn the
Yo.
camera off.
Hey. My eyes.
What do you guys think the world's gonna be like 15 to 20 years from now?
15 to 20.
Out the gate.
Just think about it. Like the past like 15 to 20 years, like everything has changed,
A lot. Yeah.
and I feel
Um,
like 15 more years, oof, we're not even gonna recognize anything.
I could totally see that happening. Yeah.
So about like 2040. That sounds such a long way away, man. Dude, I,
Dude,
I, I would be 45. It
I
does.
like my main template with like everything now and like progression in like society and whatever. I compare it to Japan. They're like 10 years ahead of us, dude. I'm pretty sure. 10 years ahead of us. And they already started wearing masks before like a pandemic. So like they already cared about hygienics and like the prevention of spreading like common colds and flus. So
Isn't it
like they were already
because
on
like
top of that.
there's older people there?
It's also that their longevity is higher in Japan for sure. And it's also like it's so densely populated too. I think that is also the other thing, another factor. But they handle that shit down packed. Like public transportation, which their main source of public transportation is just like a railway. There's no buses, or if anything, it'll be like outside of the major cities. But like their system on the trains and the metro system, the best. It makes
Number
like
one,
DC. It's so fucking good. I think it's number one.
DC is pretty bad. The
It's so shit. I look at DCs and I'm like, oh my god, why, why?
I think in the DC Metro, I think rats like the size of like a
Jesus,
pretty much like a small cat. They're pretty big.
Jesus Christ,
Sheesh.
man.
That's big.
And then so another thing with Japan is on top of cleanliness, you rarely see litter anywhere, and if someone does pick it up, there's like designated like trash cans in like around almost every corner, for sure.
I really
Like
wish the rest of the world was more like that in terms of like picking up litter, taking care of the trash. Cause
simple, it's so simple.
it's so simple, it's so easy. Like, dude, I've been in DC just driving and like I'll see people like drinking. I'll see other people in their car. They'll be drinking
Mm-hmm.
out of their drink. They'll finish it, top it up, roll down the window, and just throw it out on the highway or on the road. Just no
Why?
fucks
Yeah,
given.
some people just don't care.
I think it's just like really hard to like get people to get accustomed to change like their habits.
Change, yeah.
It's like you can tell me some to change something, and I'm gonna be like, okay, okay. People are like that.
I know in Bolivia it's seen more as a norm, and if you just drive along the side of the roads, there's so much trash on the side of the roads. It is ridiculous and obscene.
So like the first day I was here, I was driving from the airport to the house, and we picked up some like kind of food that you like peel, and I was holding all of that in my hand because I was like, oh damn, I don't want to throw it. And I was like, where can I put this? Just toss it out the window.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
I
norm.
mean, was it? You
damn.
said it was a food that you peel, like
Like orange peels or
like
something.
a fruit or something. Because I mean, if some things are biodegradable, like it's okay to
Yeah.
throw on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see like trash everywhere, like plastic
Uh,
bottles, things like
oh
that
yeah, the
everywhere.
plastic is
Damn.
definitely that's bad.
I'm guilty if I'm eating like an apple and like I have the stem, and I'm outside. I'll chuck it, on the ground. It's biodegradable. It's fine.
Again, like it goes with what DJ and Jason are saying. Like it's biodegradable. Like animals are gonna use it. It's just gonna go away into the earth. It's still supply as a nutrient, as opposed to like a plastic bottle. That's different, you know. So
Yeah.
I totally, I can, I would say I would do that. Banana peel, orange peels, that's fine. But again, anything that like we produce and make, no.
I remember. I remember when I was in Bolivia and my parents would travel a lot, like with the car, just driving around city to city, and there would be a bunch of vendors selling, I guess, little snacks or little drinks in like plastic bags or plastic bottles, and but as you can tell, like along those roads, there would just be so much trash from all those people who would buy those like snacks and drinks, and they would just throw it as soon as they were done, like just right outside. So
Yeah, there's nowhere else to put it. There's like no trash cans around.
there's a lot of places to put it. It's just that people don't want to, just get up and just dump it over there.
So I think part of that in the next 20 years is going to be a huge change too. Seeing how much more people care about the environment and other people, that's going to drastically change compared to like what we've been dealing with now. I think that's another change that we'll see for sure. Tesla with its car and what they're trying to do with like the wireless internet, global internet. What's it called?
Oh, the satellite internet.
Yeah, I forget what its official name is,
Yeah,
but yeah, they're. I
Starlink.
was just reading up on that.
It's
Starlink, that's
okay.
what it is. Yeah. So
That's
yeah, I mean,
huge.
he's making progress on that. That's good. He's trying to make it global. Where not everyone has access to it or the opportunity to get access to it.
Yeah.
And it's still at its early stages, but like, it's gonna get huge.
I don't know what the pricing is on that, but something like that just provides so much potential for, like you said, those remote cities or areas where it's very hard to get access to internet. So definitely good for development out in those areas. Quick question I want to ask you guys is, are there any solutions you guys can think of to littering to encourage more people to stop throwing their shit in the roads? Any ideas? I mean, we have that now.
Mm.
Well, I mean, we have that now. Like if I'm pretty sure if a cop sees you littering, they can fine you like maybe what, a couple $100. Is there better ways to incentivize people throwing away their trash? Not
Right.
only in
Aren't
this
they
country,
rewarding
but in
people?
more.
Are they rewarding people to like throw away trash? Like I don't
Like
know if
get
there's
paid,
programs to where like you get paid like if you turn in, you
like
know,
recycle, right?
recycled, yeah, like you get something back for like money or credit. That's a good way of encouraging. I mean, it's already happening, I think, but that's one way of encouraging people to recycle.
Yeah, right.
Um,
But the governments don't have that much money to like put aside just for that. They're like, oh, that's not necessary. Especially like in third world countries. Like over here in Bolivia, the
mm,
government's not gonna be like, yeah, here, have some money, but like don't litter. In the U.S., I can see it. Other countries, I can
Then,
see it.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me would be like calling out that bullshit or calling them out on it and be like, why are you doing this? Or who raised you? Or like putting them on the spot to be like, come on,
I
Yeah,
think
be a
That's asking for
human
trouble.
being.
I think
I
some
don't.
people don't see the I think people
That's
probably don't understand like the effect, or they don't believe that they're like it's affecting the earth that much, you know.
Yeah,
So if they did, then obviously they wouldn't litter. So
100%.
maybe it's awareness. Awareness is probably.
Some people just ignorant, you know, like no matter what you tell them.
It's like the animal farms, like raising like the chickens, all that. Like people
oh
like didn't
yeah.
care how they were raised before, until like the new generation came in. They're like, "Yo, you guys are like raising the chickens like in a really bad like how would you say it? Habitat?
Right.
Like
Bad environment.
they're pretty much living on their own shit." And then that's when the government's like stepping in, like punishing like those farms. They're like, "Hey, shutting them down," or like they're paying millions just to like be able to open again. And that's where their change is coming. People are eating more like cage free chicken, things like that. So it's all up to the government. They have to like hunt down like those big businesses, I would say.
Here's an idea. What if, nobody steal this, what if we have trash cans, right? That have some kind of sensor that tracks anytime you put something in or out. And it kind of senses who you are by your phone if it's nearby or something, and therefore it gives you points. And you know, the more points you
Mm,
get, the more, I don't know, coupons or more gift cards, certificates.
no.
Or
You
like a
know,
currency exchange.
I'm just saying.
That's an
It's a
interesting
good
one.
idea. No, that's a good idea. Like, let's say, yeah, you can make a company and be like,
Cryptocurrency, getting paid
oh
like a
yeah,
little amount of like a made up crypto.
but not a lot of people know about crypto.
Dude, my dad.
My dad
Okay.
has Bitcoin.
Hold up. Dude, my apparently Dogecoin is all the rage, right? Everyone's talking about Dogecoin so much that my dad's coworkers have been talking about Dogecoin to my dad, and my dad has zero idea what Bitcoin is, what Dogecoin is, really what even stocks are. You know, he just found out what Robinhood was like yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
last night he came home. He's like, "Son, download Robinhood for me, and put 1,000 on Dogecoin." And I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
"What?"
He's like, here's the bands right here.
I'm telling him, I'm like, Dad, do you know how cryptocurrencies work? It's kind of fluctuating. You never know if it's gonna go up or down. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Bitcoin was at 15K, then it dropped to 7, then it jumped to 45. It's so random. I'm trying to tell him maybe you should invest more in more secure stocks like tourism, airlines, cruise ships. You know, something where you'll see a secure return later in the future. And he's like, "No, put it in Dogecoin."
He's going all out.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
Dogecoin
yeah.
Dude,
Get
is
that
such
he
a
fucking diamond
literally
meme,
hands,
dude.
baby, diamond hands.
Dude, he literally put 1,000 on Dogecoin last night, and he's down like $200, and he's so blown right now.
Oh my
He's like, son,
Well, you
he's,
know, it's
he's
all,
like,
we gotta learn somehow, you know.
he's like, son, estoy perdiendo. He's like, I am losing.
Not even a month ago, Dogecoin was like less than like a cent. Now
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
what, 8 cents?
Dude, it's because it's such a meme currency, but like it's a valid currency at the same time. That's what's crazy about it. Because I remember hearing this like years ago about Dogecoin, and I had like 5 Dogecoin then. I'm pretty sure I sold it for like like not less than $1 at the time. But like, I never thought it would get to this point where the internet's like, you know what, fuck it, let's just put this money and let's just fuck everything up. And everyone on the news is just like Dogecoin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It's only like Bitcoin and Ethereum that are like worthy right now.
Yeah, I got hip
Because
to Ethereum because of you.
to make any other cryptocurrency, usually it requires the Ethereum network. So
Hmm.
every other crypto is based on like Ethereum,
Okay.
and then Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin's gold.
Yeah. Jesus, man. That's
So
so
what?
crazy, man.
So you know the owner of Virgin Galactic, I think, or the owner of the Warriors.
Uh huh.
So he bought like a home for like 2.4 million, like in 2014 with Bitcoin. And he put a tweet
Okay.
today that he pretty much paid 124 million. Like that's how much his Bitcoin would be worth.
Wait, when
Bro,
did he do this?
dude.
2014, 6 years ago, 6 7 years ago.
He bought it with Bitcoin.
Yeah, and
Fuck,
that was
dude.
worth what 2.4 million. Now it's worth like over 100 million,
I can't.
and he's just like
Holy shit.
lost porn.
Yeah,
I
That's just
mean,
crazy.
ask anybody holding
dude.
GME now. It's
Damn.
all.
Yeah.
Bring Johnny in. Where's Johnny?
Where's Johnny?
Oh yeah. Where's Johnny?
He's down a lot
Jeez.
and he doesn't want to sell.
He still doesn't want to
He
sell.
he 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 invests in what games?
Yeah,
GameStop, right?
yeah. He's down. Okay, so I'll tell this story, right? And R.I.P. to my brother Johnny. He spent all of last year saving up his money and investing in smart things, oil, tourism, Dave and Buster's, and eventually he ended up doubling his money. He went from like 3K to like 7K, so pretty well, right, for a year of just smart investing. And then he hears GME pop up on Reddit and the memes and how it's going to go to the moon. So he takes out all of it and just puts it all in GME when it's at 250 a share. And he's been holding ever since. And right now it's worth, I think, 50 a share. 50 bucks. So he all that money he made last year just down the drain in like a week or
For
two.
the lows.
Yep.
I mean, there could be a little light, at the end of it. There might be
It's
a
a
chance
it's
where everything
a
gets...
it's a hard lesson learned, but it's a good one to learn. It's a very tough one to I guess digest. Losing a couple
God
bands,
damn,
but at
dude.
least now he won't be such an idiot investing in meme stocks anymore. Hopefully.
We told him
50
too. I
years.
was like, dude, sell it.
I man, stubbornness
There's
runs in the
plenty of
family.
time.
You know, my dad bought 1,000 of Dogecoin without even knowing what it is.
Oh my god, dude.
It runs in the family.
Oh man, that's so
Oh my
funny. What are your
God.
thoughts? What are your thoughts, DJ? What are your thoughts?
I'm actually not too big into stocks and investing. And maybe if I was more knowledgeable, probably, I'd probably invest a little bit. But I wouldn't want to make any mistakes like that. Going into something that
Yeah.
I'm not too knowledgeable about. Definitely don't want to take any L's like that. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but I guess if you know what to invest in, if you're confident that you're gonna, what's it, if you're gonna get a good ROI, what's that return on investment,
it's pretty
something
good.
like that. Yeah,
I'll say this right now. Anybody listening, whoever's listening right now, invest in tourism, airlines, cruise ships, casinos, amusement parks.
Marijuana, cannabis.
Cannabis is huge.
Real quick though, we're not financial
Yeah. We're not
advisors.
financial investors.
We are not
Never.
responsible for what you do with your money.
Yeah.
We're just giving our opinion on it.
This is not financial advice. This is only for educational purposes. This at my own risk. I lose money. Thank you guys.
Gotta get the FBI disclaimer in there before the government comes knocking down my door.
People are like, yo, I bought GameStop at 50.
Oh, there's this other thing. So on Reddit, also on Wall Street Bets, someone bought a ad during the Super Bowl, I think.
For Dogecoin.
Was it
Was it
Dogecoin or for
Dogecoin?
something
I
else?
thought it was for GME or AMC.
I forget, but pretty much it was. He was like, was he like $5,000 short? He was a certain amount of dollars short, and he raised all that money through the funding of the public forum on Reddit. And people are like, what the fuck? And then they wanted all their money back. And this dude also made another post. He got banned from Wall Street Bets, I think. and he's also trying to get everyone's money back for whoever contributed to get the ad space
Wait, why?
on the Super Bowl. Because I don't
Because it
know.
was so short. I mean, I can't imagine how
He was
how much it
short.
cost.
Dude,
I mean,
it's a lot of
I know
money
it's
to
a lot
get
of
an ad on
money.
the Super
I
Bowl.
can't imagine the whole public forum just pitched in that amount of millions of dollars. How much?
He fucking valued it.
How much fucking money does it cost?
So it's a few million. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl?
At least $5.5
No.
million
I
for a
watched
30
like
second
half
spot.
of it. I didn't watch the whole. I didn't watch the whole game.
It was a good game.
I think the viewer like shit. It was like the Super Bowl. It was like 100 something million. The Liverpool Manchester City one was like 800 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Soccer, baby.
That Super Bowl game was crazy. I don't really follow football too much. I do know Brady was turning up, and Mahomes was turning up too. He was just let down by the rest of his teammates. Dude, he was throwing these
Yeah.
impossible passes. He was literally falling like in all sorts of angles and still managing to like get the pass off, and it'll go right to the like his teammate's face, just like off the face mask
Bruh.
and just dropping it
Mm.
like some shit out of high
Dude.
school, bruh.
You're the top two. Oh,
We lost
top
DJ. He'll be back. But
Okay.
could you imagine about losing a championship to
Yeah,
that
that's
kind
what
of
it
BS?
is, dude. Everyone needs to be on the same level of like at least in a team effort situation where you're the final two teams fighting for this ring. Everyone needs to be on their A game, and just having one person do the most. That's crushing for him.
Dude, it's
The-
pretty hard to play a final. Like even just like
Yeah.
soccer, like for us, like I know it's not big, but like a final,
Mm.
dude, you get nervous as shit. You don't want to fuck up. If you fuck up like once, like you just get nervous the whole game. You don't want to fuck up again.
It's crazy too because they were in last year's final. Kansas City was in last year's Super Bowl, and they won. So I would have thought they fared a little bit better this year around, even if it is against veterans like Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady. I think Antonio Brown too is been in a Super Bowl before. So they've had some experience in both departments. But very tragic to see the way it ended for Mahomes and his team. But they'll be back stronger next year.
I think it's also like Brady's like, which I want to say like 30th.
What?
Is it 30th? I don't know. I saw the number but he's been he's always been in the Super Bowl.
Dude, Brady's
like-
43 with 7 Super Bowl rings.
Jesus
He's got
That's
more
crazy.
than the Steelers and the Patriots franchises.
Christ. Holy crap, dude!
Living legend.
Mm.
Wow. What is he gonna do when he retires, bro?
Live life.
He's not gonna retire, bro. He's gonna keep on going.
Until he dies.
He's gonna be
From his casting, he's
90
gonna be
years
like,
old, still throwing dimes.
Here comes the
I'm
ball,
sending
Sonny.
it. I'm sending it.
I mean, I
Oh,
can see
man.
it.
Can you just imagine him like 90 years old getting tackled?
I mean, he doesn't even run now, so
Oh gosh!
all he has to do
All
is
it
throw the
takes
ball,
one tackle.
and you're dead.
Oh man.
Yeah.
My hands are still good though.
Mhm.
Yeah, big
Oh my
big
god.
mad respects for athletes like that, dude. Honestly.
Usually, most athletes,
Definitely.
well, I would say, when is peak performance for an athlete? I would say in soccer, it's like
25?
in soccer, it's like what 24 to maybe 30, 20, 28. Or usually when you're like your athletic prime, right? I don't know how much. What's the numbers in basketball or football? MMA, it's a little bit late in the years. It's like maybe 26 to like 32, you're kind of in your like athletic prime. Um, that's really all I know. Unless you're a goat like Ronaldo or Messi, and you're just like 34 and still fucking balling in the first division.
36 for Ronaldo.
Jeans.
36 for Ronaldo. Zlatan.
Must be taking good care of himself.
Oh yeah. If you're 36,
That's definitely a huge factor.
yeah, I know Ronaldo works out every day, a couple times a day, eats absolutely clean the whole day. That's just his life.
Ronaldo has scored more goals from like in his studies than most players in their whole careers.
Wow. Dude,
Sheesh.
he's a nice shot.
That's just that mentality, man. That just shows a difference, you know. If I feel like it's all just hard work, just hard work and mentality, man. If you're telling me, I feel like I don't want to say anybody can do it, but I feel like if you're one of those people that just dedicates their life to their craft, then
Mhm.
you're gonna get somewhere. You know,
For sure.
if you're spending every waking day, every waking hour, every waking minute just trying to perfect your craft, get better, you know. What did Kobe do? He like first one at the gym, last one to leave. Was that Jordan?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, one of those.
It was probably both.
Probably both.
Yeah.
You know, just having that kind of mentality. That's what separates you from the average guy. You know, hitting their prime at 24 versus those guys that live go on to be living legends and goats
You
at
can
like
even
35,
be
36.
you can even be talented, and if you don't, if you don't put in the work, you won't be as good as everyone else. So you can have the talent, but if you don't put in the work and practice, like that's the most important part. Like you should be able to take that any day, like hard work, dedication over talent, because you can have talent and still not be able to put it to use.
That's facts.
I think also the discipline too. The
Discipline is
discipline, the
big.
the choosing to do it,
I
and
think that's
weighing it
like
over.
where many like prospects, they're like, yo, this kid's the future. He's like going to be the next big thing, and then like a year later, like you don't hear nothing about them because like they're not putting in
Yeah,
that work. It's just hype.
Yeah.
facts.
That's true.
Sometimes the hype probably gets to your head too.
Oh yeah, I've heard a bunch
Someone
of
hypes
stories of
you
it.
up, you don't think you gotta work as hard.
Exactly.
100%.
Do you think like once they reach that, I guess it's called just say celebrity status, no matter where, and they're widely known in whatever they're good at, do you think it hinders their performance after, or like in the future of whatever things they're doing?
Like they feel more pressure
Not really pressure. It's just like
or more distractions.
they were. I think it's more distractions.
Yeah, for sure. You
Yeah,
gotta like
Because
block it out.
I like, yeah, it's like, you got here by doing what you were doing, and then you got to keep, the upkeep of
Yeah,
still doing it afterwards, and also having the money, the cars, the house.
yep.
it's like you gotta work as if you're not even there yet. Like you didn't even achieve all that. Like from day one, you were working hard, but then once you get it, you gotta pretend as if you still don't have it. You still don't have the success. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't make it.
Yeah,
It's all
That way you stay in that grind mentality, that underdog mentality.
it's all about mentality, man. It's like what Mike Tyson said. It's hard to wake up and train when you're waking up in like silk sheets. You know, when you're struggling, when you're poor, when you're hungry, when you're trying to make a name for yourself, it makes the grind that much more, like doable because you
It's like
want
you
to
have
get
to do
there.
it all.
Yeah, you have to get there to survive, to, do your thing, get your name out there. But, and once you're already there, like what more do you have to prove at that point? So,
A good example would be Ronaldinho.
did you just come in for the cheese puffs?
I didn't want to ask who that
yes.
was. Who is that? Is that your
That's my
brother?
little brother. Yeah.
You just came for the
What are you saying, Alex?
Talking about Ronaldo.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldo.
So like Ronaldinho is the greatest. He won the World Cup, played in the best teams in the world. But now that man's like went to jail. Uh, that dude cannot afford like nothing. He's broke because he's like I'm this good. I'm gonna just go party, spend my money, do drugs, spend it on women, and pretty much he just killed his career and blew his money because he was just cocky.
Yeah, unfortunately, that I feel like that's the road for a lot of Brazilian soccer stars. They're so talented, but I feel like they just fall off after a certain point due to the fame, the money, the wealth. Like I'll say, like Ronaldo, right? Uh, was it the fame or was it like just him just eating too much? Was it a combination of both?
It was his knee injury because he had like
Injuries
two,
too.
three surgeries,
Oh yeah, injuries too. But
and then he just got fat. He
oh
just
yeah,
didn't care about himself.
yeah. I know. I think maybe Neymar might be the only person that's been breaking the mold so far. But even then, he still parties crazy.
Yeah,
Uh,
but then he's got social media now, like
oh yeah, he's balling.
so much just from social media. He probably brings more from social media than playing soccer.
Jason, how do you think you would handle that fame if you were
Oh
in
yeah.
that position? How do you think you would handle? Do you think you would let it get the best of you, or do you think you'd be able to, you
Um,
know?
I don't. I'm not sure if I would handle it very well. Uh, I mean, I'm not very good with a lot of eyes on me. I feel
Mm,
like when it comes to if I could handle celebrity status, when it comes to anything, I don't know if I could handle all that pressure, all that criticism. You know
right.
that you're just kind of subjugated to every single day of your life, every waking minute. You know, if you go on IG, on Twitter, on YouTube, bro, the comments are just eating you up, bro. Just saying shit like all day, and you cannot tell me that does not get to anybody's head. You know, maybe if you have a strong mind, strong mentality, and you can just kind
Yeah.
of block it all out, good for you. You know, you made it. You know, then you're destined for that kind of thing. As far as for me, I don't know if I could do that. It'd be heavy.
Mm.
What about
For
you?
sure.
What about
For
y'all?
sure. I think it'd be hard. I think like people who are able to block that out, they blocking out the criticism and all that. They had to. I'm sure they had to work on it. Like I'm sure when they first made it, like things get to you when people say stuff negative about you. I'm sure they let it get to them at first, but then you got to learn to just grow some thick skin and focus on what actually made you successful. That's why passion is also a
Yes.
big, big, big key because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to care about, I guess, the sport or whatever it is that you're doing that made you successful.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex?
Um, I wouldn't be able to handle it. It's just hard. Like people like that you know, or like people that think have your support and everything. They're just talking shit about you. You're just like, damn,
Mm.
you know.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Like, damn, he sucks at Rocket
Yeah.
League. Fuck. He should have
Mhm.
scored.
Mhm.
Pass the
Mhm.
ball. Shit.
People are like, dude, you're so bad at Rocket League. I had to move to another country.
Just feelings hurt all
Who
across
would
the
do such
board.
a thing to you, Alex? Who would do such a thing?
Mhm.
Yeah, fuck Jason.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
going back to that, yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, would I be able to handle it? I think so, for sure. Because I like the things I do and want to do with goes along with DJ said is the passion that goes with it. If I'm really interested in something, I want to commit to it. So like recently, I just wanted to commit to playing guitar and learning the strings and stuff. I did that with dancing. I took a break from that, but like I had comments before telling me like, "Yeah, stop doing that. You look stupid doing that." And that was at the beginning when I started learning that shit. And one thing that I always kept in my mind with whatever I was doing with like online gaming, streaming, anything creative, like even art, uh, singing. Like I was thinking about singing. I always thought that you always need to know that there's going to be terrible people in the world, right? That's already a basis thing. You already know that people are gonna pose their judgment on you and reflect on what they aren't able to do, or they're jealous of doing something that you're doing. So that's like one thing I always keep in my mind whenever I'm doing stuff. It's like, sure, that's fine. This person's still taking time out of their day to make this comment. What are they doing? So it's definitely gonna be hard. The more eyes, again, the more eyes on you, you got another, like, you also have to keep your image up of being true to yourself, and then also true to your craft that you're doing. So like, you can be cocky as fuck, but you just gotta back that up, you know. And if you are, then you're good. You're good, and if you're cocky too, you know.
Yeah,
So I think
you made a good point earlier where you were like, the way people bring you down, and usually, sometimes it's the one closest to you, like your friends and your family, and they'll try to like instill their own fears onto you.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say they weren't so successful at doing what you're trying to do. Therefore, instead of supporting you, they'll put you down and be like, "Oh, you can't do it. Why? Because I couldn't do it." Which is really
Yeah,
fucked up in a sense.
yeah.
Like where's the
Because it's
support?
like if you did end up doing it, it's kind of like showing them what they can't do in a way, like
Yeah,
it intimidates people when you do something that somebody else can't do. And going back to what Alex was talking about, I think it's so easy, like on social media, to um, it's easy to judge what someone's doing. It's easy to do that, and it's harder to actually do what it is that you're doing. Like, set a camera up and record yourself dancing or singing. Like, that takes courage, but it doesn't take much courage to post something negative, judge
Just
someone.
type
Like, it
something
doesn't take
bad
anything.
and
Exactly. You just type some shit, you hit send, you keep moving, you know, and it takes 2 seconds for what you
yeah,
did. Yeah.
it's crazy.
I have a question for you all. Do you guys think being cocky and arrogant is a bad thing?
Uh, so there's
Okay, go ahead, Jason.
okay. Do you mean like arrogance or confidence?
I mean, being like arrogant can be like you're confident on yourself, like you're just like, you know, taking like what other people say and just like ignoring it.
Okay, I feel like
People view that in a bad way.
um, so I feel like if you want to succeed in anything, I feel like there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence that you have to dance around in if you want to be successful. Cause you need to be confident in yourself and show belief in yourself enough
Gotta be.
to kind of push yourself to that level without being too arrogant, without stepping the boundaries. In that case, then you're just kind of blinding yourself, or I don't know, just kind of fucking up your view in a sense.
Yeah. Also, confidence is like what I think confidence really is, some people can instill confidence in you. Some people can say, "Oh, you're good at this," and then you believe it, and it's not coming from you; it's coming from someone else. But confidence, like, has to be solid. Like, has to come from you. Even when the people around you are saying you're not good enough, you have to believe that you're good enough. So that's where confidence comes from. Like, it's unbreakable. It comes from yourself. So,
Yeah. And I think that's also like when like you have like the closest people to you giving you that confidence, that means more than like 1,000 people saying like you suck, you know?
yeah,
definitely, yeah.
yeah.
That support system definitely plays a factor for sure.
Facts. I think like it depends on the context of like what they're being arrogant about, and the time and the place of being arrogant. Like you were talking about Ronaldinho, the one who won championship and then just blew his life away. That was just him being irresponsible. At the time he was the best. I mean, he proved it, but again, you have to continually prove it. You could be cocky and arrogant all you want. You just gotta back up the shit that you bring up to the table that you keep saying. So that's all fair and game. That's all fair
When
and game.
you're making so much money, man, like I feel like all that just kind of goes out the window. It's like, what else more do you have to prove? You know,
Well,
like
that's
Turn
the
you,
on
thing.
like the lights.
yeah, you won everything. You have all the money. You have all the cars. You have all the hoes. You know, you have all the houses, all the fame. You know, it's like, do you even need to try anymore? Not really. You know, might as well just resort back to eating whatever you want, being a couch potato, and just partying up, doing all the drugs. Fortunately,
I think again it goes with like responsibility and accountability. You know, recognize where you fucked up, why you're fucking up, and
Accountability. That's a
then
good
give
one.
back. I think a lot of people just forget to be accountable after they reach a certain point where they feel like I don't need to do this, I don't need to, or they just give up everything that they built up for, like you guys were saying, like out the window and stuff.
especially if
So I
it's a
think
team
a lot of
sport,
people.
right? You know, where you
Yes,
got other
yes,
players,
yes.
livelihoods depending on not only their performance but your performance as well. So it goes back to that. But I think confidence is super important. Because especially there's a great quote I thought about actually, where it says, "If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will." So you just got to have that little bit of confidence without overstepping the boundaries. To really
What do you guys think about Conor McGregor, for example? Someone who's very confident, who talks his shit, who says what he's gonna do to you in the first round, like, and then the way he talks to his opponent, like, do you think that's appropriate? Do you think when you talk about arrogance, do you think that's appropriate? Do you think what he's doing is appropriate?
So that's a little bit of mental warfare. Uh, it's he's trying to get into your head. He's trying to get you emotional. He's trying to, you know, uh, make you make mistakes. Yeah,
You
you
do
know.
fucking nothing.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that guy? You know what I'm saying? Like he's just trying to get inside your head to get the win in the end. Like with that Jose Aldo fight, he was talking so much shit to Jose Aldo leading up to the fight, just saying so much shit. And then, of course, Jose Aldo, he got heated like all those times, and he was just waiting for his chance in the ring. So what happens on fight night? Jose Aldo immediately just rushes in there, gets super emotional, tries to go for the kill, and just gets knocked out in like what, couple seconds, like 15, 20 seconds, like just flat, just because Connor won that mental warfare way
Mm,
early. That fight was over before it even began, really.
yeah,
And that's just kind
that's
of,
really where it starts, I guess.
yeah, and that's just kind of Connor's game plan. That's what he usually tries to do against his opponents. He does it against Nathan Diaz. He tried to do it against Khabib to really unprecedented levels, where even he harassed him and assaulted him in that UFC bus, where him and his goons like started throwing chairs. They broke glass. They actually hurt other fighters in the process. I think one person had a glass in their eye or something, or maybe on their face. Some people end up getting cuts on the around them. Just shit like that. That he got. I think he got some felony charges because of it. I think they might have got dropped eventually. But I mean, he ended up losing to Khabib just because Khabib's the goat. But
Yeah, man, smashed him.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're involving other people in assaulting someone, that at that point, like that mental warfare is non-existent because now you're doing it deliberately, just to like fuck them up outside of the ring and whatever, and that's fucked up. That's like, all right, you deserve that felony charge. Like you did this yourself. But
Could
yeah,
be for
I totally
attention.
agree. That too. But at the same time, though, like people got hurt at the end
Yeah,
of it. It's not like you
right.
throw stuff around. You're throwing chairs. Someone's gonna get hurt
Yeah, no,
either way.
definitely.
So like talking shit is it's part of the game. It's fair, but when it gets to the actual point where someone's life is threatened, like it. I mean, just what the fuck? That's just immaturity at that point. But yeah, I agree. Like there's two fields that you need to be winning in your head, and then in the physical field where like the competition is. So yeah, I mean, yeah, trash talking is for a game. Getting that was that the fight the last time we hung out? What fight was that? Was that with McGregor
McGregor versus
or the
Oh
other?
yeah, 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 yeah. So
Dustin.
that time was different. And instead of him being his usual like trying to get into your head and like just being all cocky and just trying to like really
Uh-huh.
fuck with you, this time around he was actually the opposite, and he was super nice, very respectful, very just friendly with the other fighter. Well, they had it was their second fight. First time around,
Mhm.
Conor McGregor did his mental warfare thing and just kind of got inside Dustin's head, knocked him out first round, amazing victory. Uh, and Dustin was emotional, of course, leading up to it because of whatever Conor McGregor was saying. This time around, McGregor was being the nice guy, didn't trash talk a whole lot or even at all, really, and was just super respectful the whole time around. And maybe that led to his demise in a sense because he didn't have the same kind of flair or that swagger that Conor McGregor usually has inside the ring. He's usually very like loose and like kind of like in your face. This time around, not so much. And I think maybe that's what helped Dustin Poirier gain confidence, in himself to really take it to Conor in that fight.
I'd definitely like to see Connor get back in there. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, watching that fight was definitely was an upsetter. Just because, like you were saying, Connor is just he didn't seem like himself,
yeah,
and the confidence didn't seem like it was there. He just went to the fight different. But then you still got to give props to Dustin too.
oh yeah,
Like he did his thing,
He
so
stuck to his
props to
game
him.
plan that whole fight.
great game plan.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
McGregor won the first round, doing very well, and then I feel like just Dustin Poirier's just game plan just wore him down, and it just made McGregor super uncomfortable, especially with the leg injury, and those leg kicks, and
He
really,
really, yeah,
you
he
know,
went to town with like kicks.
yeah, and then just I think McGregor just didn't want to be there anymore. You know, get me out. You know what I'm saying?
He said it was like a football in your pants.
Yeah.
Like his legs are so
That
like swollen up.
was so funny. He had that one quote where it was like, and he was kicking me leg, and I heard Thiago say, "That was a good one," and in my head I was like, "You bastard, that was a good one." That was such a good quote. So funny.
uh,
Oh man.
yeah. He was a good sport about it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. He's
respect.
he's always very humble in defeat. That's what I always liked about Conor McGregor. Even though he would talk so much trash leading up to him, if he does take the L, he's very respectful at the end
Yeah,
to the other fighter.
I
for
think
sure.
that's one thing you need to have in any competitive sport. Just the respect for the people you're playing against or fighting against.
Yeah,
Sportsmanship.
Yes, sir.
You need that.
Absolutely, 100%. Otherwise, you just seem like a sore loser.
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Going
What
off of
is
okay, go ahead. Sorry,
no. Yeah, you go.
I was gonna
Because
say
you haven't been on here.
going off of sports and stuff. Let's talk about like fitness. What have you
Mm.
guys been doing in terms of
It's like,
fitness? If you have been, oh, Jason's about to pull up. Yeah, have you guys been any workouts, diet plans, or anything? Or kind of just been saying fuck it.
Jason's hungry.
all right, man.
He's thirsty to
My plan is to get to 13% body fat by June. Uh,
That's a
Beginning
nice
of June.
goal, dude.
I measured everything. I'm really trying to plan this because I don't want to fuck it up. I want 6-pack abs by summer. And I found out the math and the kind of the method to it. I think right now I'm at
Mhm.
24% body fat after a rough estimate, and you got to be at the general consensus is you need to be at 30% body fat to really have good definition of abs that can
Uh-huh.
be seen by other people. So what I've been focusing on is cardio. I signed up for a running challenge at my gym where I'm supposed to run 100 miles by a certain couple months. DJ signed up too,
Mhm.
so we're both in this together. Know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And then I do boxing and Muay Thai a couple times a week. I didn't go today or yesterday. I blame DJ. just because he's not going to.
What?
It's like, nah, I'm just
You had
playing.
to call.
It's on me. I'm lazy.
No.
It's a package. Yeah. I've been doing that. I've been trying to do my little workouts at home. I've been counting my calories and my macros. I'm trying to make sure I eat consistently, so I lose a consistent amount of weight each week. I think I'm supposed to eat 2,200 calories for a consistent weight loss. Uh, Trying to eat enough protein and carbs and fats to get that done, and really trying to track my meals too. I'm meal prepping, making sure I eat the right foods, and I've been using the app my health fitness, or what's it called, my fitness pal or some shit.
Oh, to track
think.
to track what
Yeah,
you
I'm
eat.
tracking
So.
everything I
Yeah.
eat, and I'm trying to find also different foods and different meals to go with that. So I don't eat the same bullshit every fucking day of every fucking week because it's hard,
Yeah. That's
It's
definitely
very
hard.
hard.
I've learned
especially
that.
on weekends. Just because,
Yeah.
man, you gotta chill with your boys sometimes, man. You gotta have
Yeah.
fun one time.
I think there's like
Two
that
cheat days.
shift.
Two cheat days.
There's just that shift on the weekends where you just feel like you did what you had to do during the week. You're like, all right, I can let go, and you let go a little bit too much,
That's
1,000%,
and
man.
then yeah, and it just like kills all the progress you made throughout the week.
Yeah,
So one thing for me, like I'm trying to work on going strong through the week, and then also through the weekend. You know, that way I'm consistent.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and then like you were saying, Jason, eating the same thing every day, especially if you're strict on it, can be hard because you start craving. And then once the weekend actually comes, you're just like, yo,
fuck
I want
it.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, all that. So yeah, I think moderation, and then if you're going for a diet, um, I guess eating foods that you like, that you enjoy, but that's also not too bad for you. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm working on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I found out ground beef sucks, and ground turkey sucks too. I keep
You
buying
don't
it.
like it?
turkey.
Yeah, ground turkey and ground beef. I hate it
What do
personally.
you eat it with?
I mean, rice and broccoli. Same thing I do with everything. I mean, I don't make it any special kind of way, but every time I buy it, every time I make it, I just hate eating it so much. Like
Mm.
after a couple days, I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, like I just feel like I'm just not putting it into my mouth anymore. Chicken, I'm fine though. Chicken, like I'll eat like every day, all day, like no problem. Even if it's like a little bland. But ground beef and ground turkey, can't do it.
What about you, Alex?
For me, I've just been trying to gain weight. I've just been eating a lot. 'Cause, like my whole life, I've been skinny,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm trying to get like a little bit more muscle, and then start running again. Cause I haven't really worked out for like a few months now, and I went to play soccer here against like the people here. So this guy's,
Yeah.
whew, bro. I was like running for like 30 minutes. I was like about a yak. I had to like get out. I was like, yo, cambio, like sub me in, coach.
Dang,
Sub me
dude.
out, coach.
That was the first game, though, right? The
Yeah,
first game you were there. Okay, and you were there for a long time.
I'm here for 3 more weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
And Bolivia is different too because of the altitude, so it's harder on the lungs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I want to start running like the last 2 weeks I'm here, like every day. So like
Okay.
when I go back over there, like my lungs are like a bit stronger. Cause like running here is gonna kills you like really fast.
Hmm. Dang. I mean, I've been out of the fitness game for I want to say a year or two, 2 years, maybe even more than that. Got this gut.
You
uh,
used to run to the gym,
all the time,
bro. It
all the
would
time
be
to the gym.
raining, and Anderson would be going to the gym.
It'd be like 10 degrees outside. I don't know. I remember I had a snap on that. I came up in my memories. I was up at like 6 in the morning. I had to be at work at 8 too, and I ran to the gym. But yeah, I'm slowly getting back into it.
Just get a car.
Oh my god.
Bruh. happened in
Nah,
childhood.
I like this is the thing though. Like I liked running to the gym because that took care of cardio. I don't know. For me, I prefer running outside as opposed to running on a treadmill.
Right.
It's a lot different. It doesn't feel like any progress is done on a treadmill because it's just like, oh, I gotta do it. I get out the way. That's fine. Outside when I'm running on the street or the sidewalk or whatever, and I have like a goal to get to, like visually,
Yeah.
it's a lot more different. It's a lot more impactful, and I think that's
Seems
what I
like
like
a
running to the
reason.
gym more. Yeah,
That's
and you're
what
getting
Mike
like fresh air,
Yeah.
that's what Mike King says. Like he runs, I think, like 10 miles every day.
which is crazy.
Who
Every
does it?
day?
This is
My
a district
district
manager.
manager.
10 miles.
Like
Wow.
did this dude used to look like 300 pounds,
Yeah, which
over
is crazy.
300 pounds, and now you look at him. He's like the
It's like,
skinniest guy in the world, and that's all because of just running.
yeah,
Cardio, man.
Yeah, he just does marathons, just runs like 10 miles, 5 miles every day.
right. So yeah,
And
I'm
that's
trying to get
crazy.
back into running. Um, weights. I through this whole moving to this new house, I realized how goddamn fucking weak I've become. It just makes me so sad because I used to, lift so much weights. I used to be bulkier and stuff and more defined. So I have like a set of weights. They're not gonna. It's just like up to like the max is 20. I also have these things to do like kind of incline push-ups that I had, and I just do push-ups there. Also, one thing I had it as a habit, a bad habit, was in Falls Church. It was just easier for me to like order food or get like fast food. Like the accessibility was just so easy for me over there. Over here, I actually prefer to cook. Like I would buy stuff at Safeway and prefer to cook it, and it's just more satisfying to me. And then I also don't eat as much now as opposed to over there. Like all I ate today and all I wanted to eat today was just two bagels with like turkey, cheese, and that's it. And just drinking. My guilty pleasure would be soda. Fucking Inca Cola, dude. If I see
Oh,
that, you have to.
so
Bomb,
good.
You see it, you just
bomb.
like you get a cup, that's fine. It's fine. But like once you get that taste when you haven't had soda in a long time, at least for me, it's just like maybe another
Any
one.
more?
Or another one. Another. So
That
it's
shit is
like
so good.
that's so hard. So hard. I know I can drink a lot of water. Other than that, but yeah, it's just dieting, and I think once I start running, yeah, once I start running,
Hey.
it's gonna come back.
I think running is like the main thing. Like that gives you like all that free energy. You're able,
Yes.
like after a few weeks of running, you feel more like, how would you say, more energetic.
Mm.
You wake up in the morning like not as tired. All that,
Feel
all
good.
those benefits.
Yeah.
Feels good. I know if I go through a strenuous run, I'll feel good afterwards. Like I'll just feel like so amazing about myself. Like I get that runner's high. Some people say, where I'm just like, on top of the world. You know.
Mm,
I was gonna say
yeah.
Anderson, like you should hit the gym and like start bulking. I mean, you're kind of bulkier now than you were back then. So if you just like hit the weights and like
Yeah.
you'd
I
be
think I just
massive.
yeah. Yeah. No, it's something I realized too. Like one thing, like you guys have seen like the different like my body size because like I used to be super skinny and I got bulky, I got toned, and then I went back to being thinner, and then now I'm back to this like chubby, like kind of over. I'm pretty much overweight right now. Thick boy, my thick boy. But like the whole process throughout all the different like shapes of mine, like one thing that I had to come to terms with is like I still gotta love myself how I am, even though I don't like how I'm looking right now. I'm like I could if later down the line I don't keep up that that tone like younger like energetic like just care about yourself more even whatever state you're in. So I think part of this whole process of getting back into fitness was just getting my mind straight for sure. Uh, but I think I'm definitely thinking about hitting the gym because there's one like again 20 minutes away, but I don't know how many people are or how crowded it's gonna be. But I definitely want to run to that if that's the case. If like no one's going there, I'm also trying to stay away from people. But right now, I just want to start with running, see to get back into the flow of things, and then also just weights and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely possible
I like football, I like soccer, but the last time I played soccer, I was like fucked up my.
No.
Oh, but
How'd you do
I
that?
wasn't I was not sober then, also too, but like
Oh, I think I heard the story.
yeah, where I fell, I landed. When I landed it, I don't know. Jason and Alex saw it, but I felt like I felt nothing happen. I was like, oh, I'm on the floor,
But like it popped out.
and
Like
then Jason's like, I guess like it was too straight, and then all my weight. I don't know how I landed. Honestly, they saw it, but like just from like flashes of what happened, I think I landed straight down like this, and all my upper weight was on it, and then it just collapsed on one side, and it felt
mm,
dislocated.
It looked really bad.
I can show you.
I saw you fall. I laughed, and I was like, Anderson, it's so funny, so silly, so clumsy. Get up.
Kept on falling the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. And then like Alex was like, Jason, serious, look. And I'm like, what? And like I just see his like elbow twisted the other way. And I'm like, what the fuck?
shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I had Bailey take a picture of it like 1 week. I went to work the next day, mind you. I went to work the whole week, and just with one hand. Just
Were you
doing the
drunk
work,
or just high at the time?
both? I was drunk, and oh no,
Oh, that
I
makes
wasn't.
sense.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
so fucking belligerent afterwards, man. Holy shit. Bro, we
Yeah.
tried to get Anderson to wear an arm cap. No, what is it? A shoulder sleeve? What's it called? What's it called, that thing that you wrap around your shoulder? It's called a
Shoulder
sling or
harness
something?
whatever.
Yeah, it's called. I think it's not
Yeah,
called a
that's like
sling.
Yeah. Anyways, we went to Safeway. We bought him a sling, some ice, so he could wear it because he was still kind of recovering. I mean, we popped the elbow back in its place somehow, or Alex did. I don't know how the fuck he did it because we were so prepared to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember you guys were like, "Let's go to the hospital." I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
So this man like had his arm the other way. He didn't want to go to the hospital. He didn't want to go to like urgent care. He didn't want to go to Safeway to get some bandages or anything.
He didn't want anything for it.
DJ, I put the picture in the chat. If you want to like reference this to like an idea as to how it was like a week later.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
after
put
a
up the
week.
picture and for the podcast for everybody to see.
I'll
It's
post
pretty
it.
bruised up.
Dude,
Yeah,
because
definitely
it
bruised up.
spanned from like from this below the wrist to like all the way up here.
Dude,
So like it was just like all the nerves like around there.
I can only imagine how it looked when it first happened. If this is after a week.
Yeah, dude, I don't
Dude,
know.
it was so funny and safe, man. We bought him this. No, we tried to get him to buy it. And he's like, no, I don't want it. I don't need it. So we bought it for him just because he wasn't having it. And then in the car, he was like, no, I don't want to wear it. You guys shouldn't have spent your money. I'm not going to use it.
He didn't want to get in the car because of that.
Oh, yeah. He was so
Because you bought
mad.
him
Yeah, he
the
was
sling?
so mad we bought it against his wishes. He didn't even want to get inside the car.
Oh,
But you know what? We still had IHOP afterwards. I
we?
remember that. Yes, we had IHOP after. I paid for the IHOP. I remember
wow.
that. And we were eating good, bro. I think I saw you guys told me to put the castle in the car because it would have been awkward if the two dudes pull up with a dude who's got fucked up arm.
This man's like, fuck my health. Let's go eat.
Yeah.
I want a bandage. Take him to IHOP.
Like a little kid, like after he gets hurt, you just taking my hop.
It's just a scratch, bro. It's just a scratch.
We would be in IHOP and I'll be like, Anderson, that's it here. He's like, yeah.
And that's when the alcohol. I think that was when the alcohol started going away. Oh man,
Good time.
good times.
Good times.
I don't know about
There have been better
that.
times, but still good.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. Any last thoughts, boys?
Nope. Y'all got something to say before we close this out?
Oh, we should set a goal.
What?
Today's episode is sponsored by Clorox. Disinfecting wipes kills 99% of viruses and bacteria.
That was smooth. I guess like that was
This man
smoothly
just
said.
read the
There you
bottle
go.
right in front
Oh my god.
You might get some sales.
of him.
I just keep throwing it in there, so like maybe someone will hear it.
I like his voice. I like the read. Sign him up. Whoa.
You said someone say we should set some goals.
Yeah, I think we should set some goals for like each other. Like, we should do this one thing, and like we'll come back to it
Like what?
next week,
Like fitness or?
Like a weekly goal.
like a week ago, or like just a goal of like we should do this for a week to see how it turns out. Or like
I like that.
we'll get back to like that progress next time or the week from now or something. I don't know.
I forgot to mention. I'm doing the 6-pack challenge with Jonathan. Yeah,
With Jonathan too.
So
I remember the three of us.
yeah,
had it, and
I
all
think
fucking
we
gave
all
up.
failed horribly,
Yeah.
but this time for real.
Jason's been trying to get a 6-pack for the past 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years,
Yes.
4.5. But
Oh,
Okay, 4.5.
5 years. Been trying. This time
So-
I will not fail.
I think you got it. You're
You
in
got
the
it,
right
bro.
headspace.
I'm
You're doing things that you're wanting to do. I think that's the other thing. It's like you were choosing to do these things because you want to do. You like doing it.
yeah.
Jason's gonna be so close to it, and I get back, and I'll be like, "Yo, Jason, let's go drink."
Bro, that's me right now.
you gotta
man.
you gotta resist.
I gotta
Gotta resist. Gotta resist the urge.
resist the alcoholism.
It's so hard. It's so hard when like
It's so
when your
hard,
friends are like,
man.
"Yo, let's go eat. Let's go drink." It's hard to say no.
Yeah.
Bro, if any,
Like, cause if you say no, you're like a buzzkill. It's like he's like,
I
"You
think
drink."
it was Anderson and Jason. They were like, "Yeah, we're doing no drinking for 6 months or 2 months or whatever." Bro, next time I see them, they're just like, "Yo, you wanna drink, bro? You wanna drink?"
It's like, what happened? Like,
that's the biggest thing too, right? I feel like
That's
feel like-
hard.
you don't want to be the buzzkill, you know. You know, like
Yeah.
if your boy's trying to have fun, you know, you don't want to be the one that's
Yeah.
like, nah, I can't do it
Hey,
or
what's your
something.
idea?
Shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, you don't want that pressure on you. But you know,
but at the same time, if you're offering your friend, a beer and they say no, like, don't give them shit.
yeah,
If they're trying to better
Yeah.
themselves. Let them say no. Leave it be.
yeah.
Don't peer pressure.
True.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
They need diet beer first of all. They need low calorie beer. Where's it at?
They have.
Where's it
Isn't
at?
that what?
like-
What's that
I've never heard
called?
of it.
What
They
is
need
that?
low calorie IPAs.
Just
What
be
is that?
spicy though.
I don't give a fuck.
Spicy.
It's spicy.
Spicy.
Muy picante.
What is that drink?
We
What's
gotta-
that can? That small can. What's that small can called?
Holy shit, 95
you're
calories.
talking about, I know what you're talking about actually. It's like seltzer, no?
Yeah, it's kind
Um,
of seltzer alcohol. What's
Bruh,
it
they're like-
called?
Starts with
I
a-
drank that.
White
I know what you're talking.
White Claws?
Jason is yeah.
White Claw.
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what White Claws are.
What is it?
They're good. They're just water, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just
Does it have
low
alcohol?
It has like 3%, 3 or 4%.
Oh yeah, I remember all these low calorie ones are like 4% right now. The one I'm looking at, 3%. They're 100 calories, but they're only like 4%. Is that good?
But you drink like
There's
a
just
lot of
water.
those, like you don't taste much of the alcohol, and you're gone.
That one beer we had was 250 calories for like 9%. So I guess maybe these are better.
That's really good though.
Actually, I want to know if these are better then,
Mm.
because like what I'm looking at one right now, 95 calories for 4%. So actually, this one's pretty good then. All right, let me add to cart.
Amazon cart.
Add to cart. Prime delivery now. Overnight delivery.
We didn't set a goal.
Okay.
We'll talk about our goal
I
next
mean,
time.
do
Fuck it.
y'all want to do it this week?
We can come up
So is it like
for next
All right,
week.
fuck you guys. Everyone has to run 5 miles by next week. How about that? Easy.
by next
Oh,
week.
so it's a collective goal.
Yeah.
So a goal that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
I like
So
that
next,
too.
what is it? Next Wednesday? Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Let's
Okay.
say by Wednesday next week. How about that? Because I don't know
good.
when we'll record next, but I feel like we usually record Wednesdays. So this time next week, everyone has to run 5 miles.
All right.
All right, I'll just post like my health app.
Do you guys have Strava?
You guys.
I used to have Strava,
I know DJ and I have Strava.
but I can
Download it and add
can get
us. Up.
because I also have my Fitbit. Oh, also, Jason, if you want to look at like your body percentage, you should get like I got the Fitbit weight scale, and this tells you, at least on my on Fitbit, it tells you like your BMI.
Do I need a Fitbit?
I think you need the app, but if you get the app and then just pair it with this scale, it was only like $30-$40, I think.
Okay.
Just look into it.
Okay.
But I have to double check actually. But yeah,
I'll check it out. But next week, everybody, 5 miles by Wednesday, the 10th. So 5 miles, everyone.
Sounds like a plan.
Got to put up
What
proof.
happens if you
Wednesday
don't
the
do it?
10th. The 10th.
If you don't do
That's
it,
tomorrow.
no, it's not. Oops, the 17th. My bad.
You dumbass.
Oops.
5 miles tomorrow. Oh.
Oh shit, gotta go right now. You know what I'm saying? So next week by the 17th, is there? Yeah, like BG said, is there any repercussions for not doing this?
Oh, maybe not for this goal, but maybe for future goals. Yeah,
Okay, make it light.
I think.
Everyone gets 5 punches to the
Yeah.
gut if you don't make it.
You
Through
get a hat
the
that says,
screen.
"I'm a
They get
pussy."
5 good uppercuts. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta wear a dress for the next podcast.
No, I say. Oh no, that's crazy. Would y'all agree to that? Imagine,
I would do it, bro.
like
I
if
think
you
it'll make it
solidified
interesting,
that,
dude.
like you would have, like, come on.
It's a win-win. It's like if you do it, you did it. Nice, and it's a nice goal. To, like, if it's an
Yeah.
improving goal, and
And if you
if
don't do
you
it,
don't do it, you fucked up. You
you
gotta
gotta
stay to
buy
your
it.
word.
You gotta buy a dress. You're wasting money just buying a dress.
What if
And you
everyone
gotta
picks
wear
out the dress
and
for
embarrass
them?
yourself.
What if
Huh?
what if
Huh?
everyone else picks out the dress for that person?
Oh,
I'll
true.
put-
Like
I'll put down $5.
I don't
Just
think.
go to a
$5 for
Goodwill.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
go to
Oh,
Goodwill,
okay,
bro.
true. Go to Goodwill. Get something slight.
I think that'd be funny, dude. It's something funny, dude.
All right, guys. Whoever doesn't do the challenge has to wear a dress and run a mile in it.
Oh, chill.
Nah,
Yo,
that's too
dude.
far.
Especially in this weather.
Oh man.
I don't think anyone's gonna do that.
All right, so is that it? Is that the?
I think that's it.
All right,
I like that goal.
all right. Everyone,
All right.
5 miles by this time next week on the 17th. If you don't do it, that person got to wear a dress. For the podcast next
For
time.
the next
Yep.
podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess you gotta like screenshot your mom.
Yep.
Send it to the group chat.
Yep.
All that good stuff.
Oh, here, let me
Yeah.
download that app.
I'll just wear my watch and then I'll connect it to my phone.
Word. All right. That's been episode number 6. Is it number 6?
Yes. This
All
is
right.
6. This
That's
is
been episode number 6, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in for another week. I appreciate DJ for stopping by for the second week in a row. It means a lot. We love having you here. And, hopefully we'll see you back for many more.
Appreciate it, man. I'll have fun.
Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Take it easy, everybody. Peace. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace and stay safe.